Hey, welcome to Dejuan's Aerial Quad channel. It is still Wednesday the 4th of June. We're now a little bit after 4 o'clock. And I pushed all the way down to Potosi, Missouri. Their huddle house here is where I'm set up because it is closed. So if anyone's looking for some property here in Potosi, Missouri that is shaped like a huddle house, you're in luck. So, should be a nice uninterrupted experience here. And it's kind of looking out into a valley for at least the kind of central part of Potosi here that's on Highway 21. So, we should be able to see a few good things today. Now, we're getting farther away from what I'm familiar with. Like, I know that a major attraction here in Potosi is their Walmart. It's a small town, and when their Walmart turned into a supercenter, that was a big deal. They used to come all the way up to DeSoto or Festus, or maybe even went over to Farmington or something like that to go to a proper Walmart. Now, looking at these two towers here, I don't know for sure that we'll make it there, so I want to go to the one I'm physically looking at first. From the driver's seat of the car here. And that is this one way out in the distance. And since I have a good clear line of sight, this would be a good test for OcuSync. Like right now I'm about a half mile away. And recently, ooh, there's another one over here. Can I see that one? Oh, I see that one too. Sweet. But a person recently commented on a video asking all kinds of questions about the Mini 5. Like, what is its range was one of them. I said, I think theoretically it's something like 10 miles. And that reminded me of that one fella's video who, right when this thing came out, immediately took it out to at least max range where he could recover it. And it was over 9 miles, what it ended up being. I don't remember the exact number, but it was crazy. I had it rolling in on fumes. It was in forced landing. And I don't remember if it actually died and fell the last few feet or if he ended up crashing it kind of through some trees in the last few feet. But it got back, after going 9-mile flight, it made it back within a few hundred feet of where he was set up. They were a mile now. Made it back within a few hundred feet. And just a little bit of damage. It did have a bit of a crash. But nothing much. Like, it was pretty impressive. So, like, thinking One Direction, not the musical group, but, the way of traveling, I don't know how far it could actually make it if you had, a good line of sight. Because he was set up kind of on the side of a mountain, or at least a big hill, looking down toward the ocean. And he had it worked out where I think the beach was like exactly 10 miles or something like that. Because I don't think he made it all the way to the beach. But like, if he wasn't concerned about losing the thing, because he still had good connection on it. So I am quite curious. Speaking of good connection, we were sitting at 4 bars. Let me adjust a little bit here and see if I can maybe get up to 5. Yep, there it is. I'm just kind of playing with the antennas because I'm facing directly toward it. The augmented reality is a little bit inaccurate lately, I've noticed. In a few ways. What I'm thinking of now, is this even a water tower? Did we fly all the way out here for a not water tower? That's okay. But I'm facing directly at that drone and it is saying that I'm not. I see some
altitude reached.
Other power lines and some communication towers. Don't want to get tangled up in anything nearly 2 miles away, so pop up a bit. Yeah, sure enough, not a water tower. Well, that's a grave disappointment. So I'm going to push on over to this other little tower over here. Is it this direction? No, it's not. It's a speck. back toward me a bit. But we're so close. Let's see, 5,280 would be 10,000. Let's get to 2 miles. Or maxed out on altitude still. What would that be? 10,560? How's my math? Edit room, Dejuan. I think that's right. So we'll start pushing back now. Let's look over at this thing first. I've got 5 batteries. If I don't make it as far as I want to, I'll just sneak another one in. Flew in, and that battery is already back up to half charge. I didn't bring my fanciest battery charging setup with me today for this little jaunt. I'm not sure if this is the one I'm looking at in person right now or not. Is there another one in this direction? No, yeah, I think I'm looking at something farther back toward me. But this one looks more water towery. And I'm not certain that other one wasn't a water tower. It just wasn't very water tower shaped. And you know how I am on this channel. If I see a good water tower shape, I must go to it. I am drawn like a fly to the poop stink, or a moth to the flame. That seems to be a water tower. Alright, there's the one over there. I still want to try to get over there also. Pop back up. Staying in normal mode. I know that it tends to be the most efficient way to fly is in normal mode. From my experience throughout my year or so of doing this. I've left the car on air conditioning. It is 82 degrees, which is not awful, but boy, you start baking if you stay in the car like I am. So I got the engine running, and even still, the fan on the RC2 just kicked on its slow speed. I've heard it crank a lot louder than this. Yeah, so I guess that was the little tower that I'm looking at here. It seems like it would be farther away than that. But, whatever. Now, I don't have a clear line of sight for this one, but I do want to go check. Yeah, I know I just said I want to keep efficient, but meh. It looks like it's pretty far away. I know I mention it every time, but it's worth remembering. Thanks to Dead Armadillo Sounds, thanks to Zach for our music we get to enjoy on these flights. Makes it much more bearable. All right, here comes a police officer. I hope I'm not trespassing. Start moseying it back my direction. See, oh no, he's just turning around to pull over a speeder. He's not bothering me. Okay, whew. So I don't mean to do any crimes here and do any trespassing, so he didn't seem to be here for me. Such high drama here today on Dejuan's Aerial Quad channel. Fun fact, on the last flight in DeSoto a little while ago, as soon as I got out, because I always try to go to, like, if I'm in a big parking lot like that one, I'll go to the back of the parking lot where no one ever is. But as soon as I started flying, after about 2 minutes, a little old lady in a nice red sedan pulls up next to me, or a SUV, whatever it was, and doesn't get out of her car. Well, okay, well, whatever. And on my driver's side door is where she pulled up. She was not the next spot, but the spot, one spot over. So I bring the drone down eventually, because she never does go away. And as soon as I get out of the car and pick up the drone, she takes off like she's scared or something. Like, thought I had an IED. I don't. I have a Mini 5 Pro with an ND32 filter, and it's on my Pro settings. There's auto. My Pro settings are much cooler temperature-wise. And I know I just mentioned it in the last video, but I am excited to get those other filters. Those polarizer. Right. Is that a prison? That looks awful prison-y. Am I that close to where I've been before? Alright, I did notice that message on the screen about battery power. So I think I'm going to start moseying it back a little bit closer. There is a pretty good line of trees between me and the drone. Let's put it on cruise real quick, and let me just triple check this. Alright, optimal return to home. Let's do preset. Let's just go full altitude. Feels like a safer bet for right now. Turn off cruise. Maybe. Yeah, I'm down to 1 bar of connection. So it looks like I might need that return to home. I still have telemetry, but hardly any video. Not going to be a very good water tower video. I might need to find something else to make it short of. I tend to make shorts of water towers lately, and that's about it. Yeah, once again, battery power. No? I don't know. And then, boom, just suddenly back up to 4 bars of connection. Well, I guess we can push it a little bit farther south. It seems like I'm at the very south end of town, and there's not really going to be much else. This town ain't big enough to support a huddle house. And is there also a Waffle House or something? Because I like Huddle House fine, but if there's a Waffle House in there as well, sorry. I understand why you went out of business, but I don't know that this town actually has one. I'm just talking crap on Huddle House. There's a nice tower. Not a water tower, of course, but a communications tower. Let's do a lap around it. Try to get better at orbiting. Keep your crosshair in the center. Control both sticks at the same time, and that was a terrible one. Terrible example of a clean orbit. The fan on the RC2 kicked off, and now it's kicked back on again. Sometime this month might be when I decide to waddle on off to Ohio to check out that Air Force Museum. And then scurry on down to Asheville, North Carolina. See what things look like down there. Come back home through Kentucky. I had a college friend from a little place in Illinois called Taylorville. So it's a little bit out of the way, but only a little bit out of the way for the most efficient trip. So I'll probably try to go to Taylorville and fly there. And yeah, hopefully I can get some good content out of there. I'll bring more than one drone. By then, of course, my new filters will have showed up. Showed up. I'll have them. They'll be in my possession. The old junk lot, probably. Look at that blue swimming pool. I do like a blue swimming pool. I've seen one that was a black, like you do black paint. That was wild. I don't know if I like it or not, but it was very striking at the very least. Good old Potosi here. I haven't really talked about the town. I don't know much about the town. That's mostly why. Yeah, it was sort of a joke, but when I was in high school, in the Festus area, if we'd ever do things between schools, one of the teachers would always say, "Oh, Potosi, they're gonna take a whole day off school just to come up and eat at our McDonald's and go to our Walmart." And it was only kind of an exaggeration, Like, you can see there's some lovely homes down here, but as far as like places and things in Potosi proper, there's just like nothing. But they do have a Walmart. Oh, they got a baseball field, a church, and a pond, and 2 or 3 more baseball fields. Here on Highway 21, East Missouri. We're getting kind of that area that's sort of southeast Missouri. This is Washington County. So it's not hugging the river like Interstate 55 tends to do. This is farther into the state. A little bit farther west in Missouri, but still on the eastern side, most certainly. And battery is starting to get a little bit low. So it looks like I'm here at the Huddle House. I've made it back around. I'll probably call it a day here on Potosi, and I think I'm going to keep going a little bit farther south. There's another town called Ironton that I've been to maybe just once or twice. And that might be where there is a Civil War battlefield museum. I don't know if I can fly there, but I might go check it out. At any rate, thanks for watching Declan's Aerial Quad channel, and I do hope that I see you next time.